This morning, Claire felt that she was the happiest woman in the world. However, at the same time, there was another woman who felt that she was the most unlucky woman in the world. This woman is Haraya, who is in the People's Hospital. At the beginning, she was in the gynecology department. After a long queue, it was finally her turn. After entering, the doctor will give her a routine checkup, but when seeing the actual situation, even the knowledgeable doctor can't help but be surprised and blurt out, "What's the matter with you? How can it be done? Like this, don't you pay attention to personal hygiene?" Although the doctor who checked her was also a female doctor, the doctor's words still made Haraya feel embarrassed, and she wanted to dig through a seam. She could only cover her face and stubbornly said, "Doctor, to tell you, the main reason is that he doesn't like cleanliness." The doctor complained, "He doesn't like cleaning, so you have to ask him to pay attention to personal hygiene. You see, it hurts you. This problem is very serious, let me tell you." Haraya asked in a panic, "Doctor, what is going on with me?" The doctor said with a dark face, "From the routine examination, there are erythema, infection, and erosion. I guess you have more than one problem." As he said, the doctor said again, "In this way, I will give you a test form. You can check your blood and secretions and see what the test results say." Haraya was frightened and hurriedly asked nervously, "Doctor, I won't get that kind of AIDS?" The doctor said, "AIDS is not visible to the naked eye. It can only be confirmed by a blood test." After all, the doctor urged, "You hurry up and get it early, and we can come up with a solution as soon as it turns out." Haraya had no choice but to get up in a hurry and take the lab test order prescribed by the doctor to pay for the test. After drawing blood and extracting secretions, Haraya sat on the bench nervously and waited. Because she was very scared in her heart, she couldn't care about the itching of her body at this time and just wanted to find out as soon as possible what disease she had. The first thing that came out was the secretion test result, which showed that she had severe erosion and inflammation. Haraya was flustered immediately and immediately went to the doctor with the test sheet. The doctor was not surprised after reading it and said lightly, "Inflammation and erosion can be seen with the naked eye, but I didn't expect it to be severe. You must be treated as soon as possible, otherwise it is likely to cause major problems." The doctor asked, "Is there no blood test result? The most important thing is that." Haraya hurriedly said, "The results of the blood test haven't come out yet. I'm scared, so I can quickly show you this." The doctor nodded and said, "Let's wait for the blood results. After the results comes out, many problems can be seen more thoroughly." Haraya could only get out of the doctor's office and waited for her results at the place of blood test. After 20 minutes, her results came out. There were 4 results this time. After Haraya got her hands, she started watching the first one. This first report scared her to death. Neisseria gonorrhoeae test, positive. Neisseria gonorrhoeae? Isn't this gonorrhea? Damn, that damn dog overseer. Even passed gonorrhea to her? Haraya was terrified at the moment and opened the second report tremblingly. The second report says, Treponema pallidum agglutination test, positive. Seeing here, Haraya was dizzy. Not only got gonorrhea, but also got syphilis? That dog day supervisor is a poison king. Isn't this going to kill her? Haraya felt her legs soft and could hardly stand, so she hurriedly sat on the ground against the corner of the wall, wiping tears, and tremblingly opened the third report. The third report reads, HIV antibody, measured value of 0.11, followed by a reference value 1 is negative. Haraya finally breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, she didn't get AIDS, otherwise it would really kill her. She finally found a trace of comfort and opened the last report. This report reads, human chorionic gonadotropin, FIV324.2. Looking at the indicators at the back, she flipped the bead that scared her up on the spot and almost fainted. Isn't this an indicator of pregnancy? Look at the remarks at the back. Her indicator corresponds to 4 to 8 weeks of pregnancy. The time just coincided with the day when she went to the black coal mine. It's over. This time is really over. At this time, Haraya wanted to hit her head on the wall to death. She never dreamed that she managed to escape from the black coal furnace that made her desperate by relying on the light of the Wu family. But she didn't expect that just after escaping, she discovered so many diseases one after another. Inflammation, erosion, gonorrhea, syphilis. It's fine if she has so many diseases, but why did she get pregnant? She is 51 years old this year, a lot of age, and her son Harold is 28 years old. At this time, she is pregnant. If this is passed on, where would she put old face? Wouldn't she be scolded to death by someone poking backbone in the future? Thinking of this, Haraya hurriedly took the result and went to the doctor. As soon as she entered the doctor's office, she locked the door, knelt in front of the doctor with a plop and cried, "Doctor, I really want you to save me. You must help." The doctor was also shocked and blurted out and asked, "What's the matter? Is HIV positive?" What the doctor fears most is that she is diagnosed with AIDS. After all, this disease is really unsolvable. At this time, Haraya hurriedly shook her head and said, "HIV is negative, but I not only have gonorrhea but also syphilis, and more importantly, I am pregnant." The doctor breathed a sigh of relief at this time and said lightly, "Gonorrhea and syphilis are troublesome to treat, but there is still a chance to cure them, as long as you actively cooperate with the treatment."